Chapter 12. There was no going back. When Kiri and Mina arrived at Tudorangi's safe house, he was already preparing to vacate the space. "This is the only way I can help you without getting burned in return," Tudorangi said. "After this, I'm going to disavow you both completely. We never met. We don't know anything about each other, and if you try to say otherwise, I'll make you out to be liars." Tudorangi handed over a map of the city, updated with the locations of Commonwealth and Higaran military checkpoints. He also gave the couple an electric car with a spare battery, a plasma pistol with the serial number filed off, and the left arm of a wraith suit. "What the hell?" Mina said, looking at the arm. "Why just one arm?" The wraith suit is a type of lightweight power armor used by the human military. As the name implies, it was supposed to cover the entire body and not just one extremity. Tudorangi tapped a bulge on one side of the armored gauntlet. "The UN Army Wraith suit has a grappling hook launcher built into the left arm," Tudorangi said. "I can't give you the whole suit, but I can give you the grappling hook. It might help." Kiri and Mina placed the grappling hook in the backseat of the car under a blanket. The pistol was tucked into Kiri's waistband. All three of them vacated the safe house and parted ways. The couple drove away while Tudorangi walked in the opposite direction without saying goodbye. Once all three of them were well away from the scene, an explosion destroyed Tudorangi's safe house. Firefighters dispatched from the city doused the flames and were alarmed to find the telltale residue of X4 plastic explosives on the scene. Both the human and Partogan military forces used this type of bomb, so the mystery of who blew up the building would go unsolved for now. Kiri and Mina drove to a library in the Reptilian Quarter. They asked the librarian, a sluggish old Celt, for a private study room. Inside of it, Kiri and Mina had access to both a television and a public computer. Mina turned on the TV and pulled up a news story. "The political situation is getting worse," she said. "My people just announced they're going to build a wall around their portion of the city. If we're going to run for an embassy, we need to do it in the next few hours." On screen, Kiri saw Higaran soldiers erecting barbed wire barricades around the perimeter of the Higaran district. Military-grade shipping crates were stacked nearby, and a few were already open, revealing all of the components needed to construct a laser deterrent fence. Kiri frowned and turned toward the computer. He connected to the city internet and started looking for information. "What are we going to do?" Kiri said. "No matter what, as soon as we burst into an embassy begging for asylum, they're going to ask questions. They'll figure out we're spies on the run." Mina reached over to the keyboard and punched in the address of the Galactic Council's local website. The couple looked over a list of spacefaring nations and started to compare notes. "The Kelazon Republic?" Kiri suggested. "No," Mina replied. "MCS Intel says they're democratic crusaders. You come from an authoritarian state, and Higara is an oligarchy. We won't be welcome there." "Skildaria?" "They have an extradition treaty with the Commonwealth," Kiri countered. "Blorg?" "Have you ever been in the same room as a Blorg? No way," Mina said. "Tobari Empire?" "The Tobari border is closed. No refugees, no asylum," Kiri said. "What about the Taidan Republic?" "They're basically a Higaran satellite state these days," Mina replied. "Taidan would hand me over to Assam Kith Sid if they knew I was there." "Could we go to the Mykor Empire?" "No, they're a member of the Triple Alliance," Kiri said, referring to a Partogan-led political bloc. "That comes with automatic extradition. At this rate, we may as well ask the Higaran Syndicate if they're recruiting." "I don't think I'd make a good space pirate," Mina laughed. "And don't forget, once DIA and MCS finds out we ran away, they'll send people to find us." Mina shuddered. "Let's be honest, if the Kith Council can't prosecute me, they will absolutely order my death. We've got to go somewhere Sobani assassins can't reach me." Mina's eyes lingered on the screen. Kiri was reading the same block of text. United Nations of Earth. Capital City, Berlin, Earth. Government, United Nations General Assembly. Leader, Secretary General Blake Robinson. Ambassador to your planet, Deputy Secretary General-elect Freya Kinsella. The Robinson administration is open to refugees, and they won't extradite to Higara or Auraki. The Truth Commission is still active, and if the Higarans do send someone after you, they'll have to go through the Reclamation Agency first, Kiri said. We have to get to Earth before that, Mina said. The human embassy is in Tri-Point Park. We've got to blow past both my people and yours. How can we do that? Mina and Kiri unfolded their map of Rotorua. For a few moments they were stumped. Then Kiri spotted something. He pointed at Tri-Point Park on the map. Look, he said, the Emporium. He pointed out the shopping center being constructed next to the Partokan embassy. Mina gasped. It's the same height as the human embassy, she said. Exactly, Kiri confirmed. And the building is right up against the border. If you throw a stone from the window, you could hit the human embassy. Or maybe, if you fire a grappling hook, Mina breathed. I remember reading something from human history, Kiri said. Almost 200 years ago, the human capital Berlin was divided in half by a wall. Someone escaped by ziplining over the wall. You want me to zipline over an international border? Mina gasped. Are you out of your mind? You have a better idea?